What are some of the best moments of your career?
Yeah, the career, the state title. I mean, like I said, I dreamed forever for that thing, and I did a lot of work for that. I would say the national title as well. I mean, I defied a lot of odds because I didn't wrestle like most people. Like my sophomore when I got there, I took eighth. I transferred in as a sophomore, right? So I get there in March or like February. Nationals were in March. I get on the team, I start and I take eighth like a month later. So I just went from a year and a half of not wrestling really, just getting unattached matches to starting on the team and taking eighth in the country. So I'm like, wow, that was pretty cool, right? The next year, the fall comes. I'm like, I need time off. You were talking about love and hate. Here's the hate. We didn't get to this part of the story. Here's the hate. I need a break. Coach is like, what do you mean? I'm like, Coach Ice, rest his soul. I'm like, I need a break. So I'm going to take off this semester of wrestling. I take off the fall semester. I come back in January. And trust me, when I take off, other good guys on the team are like, I want to do what Steve's doing. And Ice is like, heck no, you guys can't do that. And like, I got away with murder with that one. So I come back in January. He lets me back on the team. I get my spot back and I take third. So obviously the coach is that sets a bad example, obviously, right? I just took off a semester. I come back, I take third. Now the whole team wants to do what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So the next year comes, and again, I don't want to wrestle in the fall, but I told the coach I wouldn't quit again. So I kept my word and I signed up for the exchange program. And I went to the University of Alabama for the fall semester instead of wrestling. And I took classes and I watched the Tide, and it was amazing. And I came back and he couldn't tell me I couldn't come back on the team because it was a school program. He was very angry. And I come back and I take second. So now that's 2 years in a row that I took off the fall semester, which it's working for me, right? I mean, obviously it's working. So this is what I'm telling you. I'm learning in myself. Sometimes we're told to listen, but sometimes you know better, right? So the senior year, I tell him, hey, I'll just wrestle the whole year. And then that's when I put it on myself, you're going to win it or you messed up. And I won it. So at the end of it all, I believed in myself and I got there in my system, my way. Some people say I could have won more than once. I wouldn't trade in the experiences I had for that balance, for that perspective to have another national title. You know
Would
what
you
I
say
mean?
would you say those breaks in some way help toward that goal or no?
100%. There's not a question in my mind that what I did is why I was so good. There's no question. No question. When I came back, I was hungry, I was fresh, I was healthy, and man, did I want to win, you know? So, yeah, it definitely helped. And that's why when you're talking about balance, I keep bringing that up. Wrestling is too hard to be all like I've been selling it to my son forever. Like he's always all in. You gotta have other things, man. Life demands it. It just allows you to be more free in those moments when you're doing the things you love, you know? So yeah, I 100% say the way I did it wouldn't work for everyone, but it worked for me and I have no regrets whatsoever.
I've heard you talk before about living by a sense of purpose, and you've described the notion of, waking up every day, having a sense of purpose guide your life and using that as like a guiding force. So talk to me more about that. How has that kind of helped you in your own life, and how do people access a sense of purpose if they feel as if they don't really have that going for them right now?
I'm like secretly a religious guy in my brain. I don't go to church often. I went to Catholic school first to eighth grade. In my mind, I have faith. So every day I try to wake up and be a little better person. You know what I mean? I seriously do. And I try to do things a little different every day in the sense of in the consistency of my life. So it's really trying to do things better in what I do every day. The purpose is, man, really my drive to be successful in business and in life and my relationships, and to my people that believe in me. all those things are like my daily purpose. And I feel like people can find purpose on their own with just looking at what they enjoy doing every day. You know what I mean? And whatever that may be, you obviously like to communicate with people. Well, go to an old folk home for an hour and let them talk and talk to them. You know, like that's something that like that would come to mind for me with you, you know, like I just like that. Like I wake up every day like that, thinking, all right, that's why I just came up with that program for the Down syndrome. Because every day, what am I good at that I can share with someone to make their life a little better, you know? And for me, I mean, I'm so lucky. Like at 5 o'clock here, I start with 6 kids, then another 5 or 6 after that. So like there's 12 opportunities to make someone better at something, right? And that in my life, I'm fortunate to have every day, and younger people as well, you know, which helps. Um, so that perspective of just wanting to do more every day, that and help one person. That's all you got to think. And that could be as simple as open the door at the bagel shop, you know, like letting someone, man, nowadays, can you feel when you get out of your car, like, and then the other person gets out of the car? Yesterday, like, I felt this lady like racing me. And I'm just like, I just slowed down. Like, you could get in there first. I'll even hold the door for you, ma'am. You know, like, yeah, like with today's race, it's always there. So, like, just that, like, just as simple as that. Just open the door for that crazy Karen that needs to get in first. All right. So that's what I would say, every day with purpose, you know. And like if I'm a student, my purpose is to do great every day in my classes. Wake up, be attentive in class, know the teacher knows my name. And I wish I did this, because I only did it like my junior and senior year in college. Was I the student that I wish I was earlier. But like I knew my teachers' names, they knew my names. I interacted in class, and man, did it make the experience so much more enjoyable, instead of the guy hiding in back, don't call on me, don't call on me. You know what I mean? So like, just if I'm a student, being prepared, reading that chapter or two every day that you hate doing is like that's a great goal in a day, just reading that. And then maybe writing a page of that essay that's due in 2 weeks instead of waiting until 3 days or the night before. You know, it's always easier once you break the ice. All of a sudden, stuff starts to come. Maybe not then, but like days later. And I can even show you just how like I do that kind of stuff. I mean, I literally could go around my desk here and show just like accounts payables, tax gear, business thoughts, quotes for apparel to routers to real estate. Come to this side, a whole box of business cards, just leads, you know, like if I'm ever bored, I look through it. Oh, I haven't talked to that guy in a while, and I'll send an email. Man, you could just keep going. My other plans, like I just incorporated another company down in Puerto Rico to try to open some type of nonprofit wrestling down there for the kids, you know, as I get older and hopefully spend more time there. So like that every day, just having all that, my wife says I'd be crazy. Like I would drive her crazy if I didn't have 50 things going. She's kind of not wrong here, you know, like I can always just go to the next thing. And every day I take a bite of everything. I take a bite of everything every day, all the way down to the plumber quotes, you know. I'm not even kidding, for like my bathroom at home, like all the way down to that. So like give yourself stuff to do, you know, like every day, like have things to do. And I look forward to it. I look forward to a consistent week. Get up, not be sick, be able to get to work all day, do my privates or go to practice, go home, eat, hang out with my kids or whatever for a little while, Jade if she's around, and then do it again, you know. Like that's what I look forward to that, honestly. I do.
If you enjoyed that clip, then click here to see the full unedited length podcast. Make sure you click here to see the full podcast, and don't forget to like and subscribe.